Hey guys, and thank you for watching again. I just wanted to jump right in. The CRKT Folts Minimalist. What a great little knife. And little is not an understatement. It is tiny. This is by CRKT. It is an 8CR13 MOB steel. It holds up fine. It does tend to rust a lot easier. Especially once you take off the scales right here, you're going to realize that either you have some minor rust stains forming up, or you will in the future. So it's good to keep it oiled up, take the scales out, and make sure you oil it all up before you're done using it. I attached this little paracord that I made here at the house. It's definitely way too big, as you can see there. It opens up the scales on the handles on the knife. So I can definitely fix that. That's not a big deal, and it doesn't change the functionality of the knife. If anything, it does provide more grip, especially here, since you only do get, well, you can get 3 fingers comfortably, but that last pinky without the paracord would be pretty much just hanging out with no grip. With the paracord, you get that extra little oomph. And since I've made my paracord in that thick format, it's actually a good purchase right there on the knife. It came very sharp right out of the box. I actually have to sharpen it now. That's why I'm able to do this with my fingers and not get cut. It is an easy steel to sharpen. I've sharpened it twice already, and it can get a wicked edge fairly quick, depending on whether or not you get a good sharpener or if you got skills at sharpening. But I love this knife. It comes in a buoy shape, however you want to say it, buoy. This is probably one of my personal favorite shapes for a knife right there. Apologize for the glare. It's just very functional to me. It has a nice little belly, and that point is pretty useful as well. Sharp, you can stab right through things, and love it. It comes with this Kydex sheath. All right, very secure, no shaking, no rattly, no nothing. It doesn't rattle. It's very secure. It won't come out no matter what you try to do to it. You can actually change the position of the way you attach it, whether you want it to attach this belt clip in a vertical position in line with the knife, or whether you want to keep it horizontal like I've done, or perpendicular to the knife. I like this right here, and I'll tell you why. I don't think I've seen this on YouTube before, but I'm going to attempt to show you how I like to carry the knife when I do carry it, because it hides very well. Let me see if I can show this. Alright. Really quick. So what I do is I actually take it out, sheath, oops, and I pass it right through there, through the belt. This is just some old belt that I have here. Alright, and of course your knife would then be right next to the buckle. Alright, but you would be able to attach it, and then at this point you can pretty much close your belt up, to whichever dimension you want, and it actually hides pretty well, something like that per se. And you can make it more or less depending on how many holes you have to actually go through your belt. If you're extra skinny, you might need to have a lot of excess. If not, you don't need to worry about it. But the knife hides very well, and it gives you a very quick appendix access to your knife, right there. That's how secure that sheath is. And look at that. I just, without realizing, I just cut myself with the knife. So even though it's not 100% sharp, it does cut. I want to quote Gafco right now. Don't cut yourself. Alright, I just did. But excellent little knife. This is probably one of my favorite ways to carry it, just like you see right here. This appendix carry. It hides well, especially if you're wearing a shirt over it. There's no need to worry about being exposed and people seeing it. Of course, this is kind of a giveaway, but if you're not tucking your shirt in, it's fine. If you tuck your shirt in, then I'm sure you can find other creative ways of carrying the knife with you. Another possible way that you can actually do it, which the knife came with, it came with a ball chain. All right, you can actually, I think it actually did come attached already to the sheath, and you would just wear it like a neck knife, and it'll dangle like so in your neck, which is also a great way to carry if you're into that. I did try neck carry with this knife and other smaller knives like this, and I originally thought it was going to be like the best thing in the world, and I'm not a big fan of it. Maybe during winter it's a lot better. I find it not to be as functional or readily accessible, and it all depends once again also on the kind of shirt you're wearing and whatnot. But yeah, I was not too big of a fan of it. I can do it. I can see its purposes for different scenarios, maybe as a backup knife or whatnot. But hey, to each their own, right? And you can carry this any way you want to carry it. So that's the good thing. You have choices. Great little knife once again, and it's very light. You know my little trusty scale right here. I'm going to put it with the sheath, and I'll tell you how much it weighs with the sheath. I don't think you'll see it from there. It's only 2.4 ounces with the sheath. All right. Now we're going to take the sheath off, and just the knife with the paracord, obviously. Oops, hold on. Let's try that again. Alright, the knife with the paracord is just 1.7 ounces. With the sheath, the Kydex sheath, is 2.4 ounces. Without is just 1.7, 1.8 ounces. So this thing is featherweight. I mean, you really don't feel it, and it fits like a glove. Once again, I apologize if you're one of those blood, what do you call it? Those people who fear blood. All right, if you have some sort of issue with blood, I apologize. I just cut myself. It's not too bad, so don't freak out. I'm not gonna pass out. But if you do over there by watching my blood, then I apologize. All right, but yeah, like I was saying, it just fits so great in your hand. I mean, that thing, you get such a good purchase, and look at that. It even has little jimping right there in the back, which is functional as well. It's not too rough. I do have a bit of a callus on my thumb there, but you know, it's not rough. It's not rough at all. And as you can tell, well, maybe you can from that angle or not. Who knows? I do use it, just like my other knives. I definitely have used this at work, and it serves me quite well for when I do carry it. I don't carry it all the time. It's just one of my many options to carry. The scales, I think, are micarta or some sort of micarta imitation. They're this very dark military green color, faded, kind of like right here in the middle, throwing a little bit of yellow in there. It looks very nice, and they're smooth. You know, there's no grip here. There's nothing for you to grab onto here, but the knife itself has plenty for you to grab onto, and it's just great. Just to give you an idea of size comparison, if you have one of these Leatherman multi-tools, this is the Wingman. Just to give you an idea, right next to the Wingman, all right, it's actually, look at that. The knife is actually slightly longer than the Wingman. However, the blade itself, if we're going to compare it with the blades, with the Wingman, look at the blades. the blade on the Wingman is actually larger than, or longer than, the blade on the CRKT Minimalist. And an even further comparison, here's SOG. Alright, Seal Pup Elite. This is like the baby, alright? That's right there, the baby daddy. Alright? Not too shabby. So yeah, there's no comparison there, but I'll do a review on this Seal Pup Elite as well. Great little knife as well. And the Wingman, of course. Can't forget about that. I'll do that one later on. Lots of use of it. Alright, but to conclude, this knife is recommended. I really do. The entire line, they come in a Tanto blade, and I think they also come in a Wharncliffe. Great little knives. If you want to collect them as well, they're so dirt cheap. I can't even remember how much I paid for this. I want to say like I don't know, $18, $15 in Amazon on special, on sale. I usually wait. I'm kind of cheap like that. I wait for there to be good sales in Amazon. I don't just hop on in for the regular price as is. But yeah, this knives, you can get like 5 of these and not even have to worry about breaking bank. So love it. Highly recommend it. CRKT Folts Minimalist. Go get yourself one. And no, I'm not trying to be Gavco, but don't cut yourself, okay?